Greetings and salutations, everyone. Novalith here. Here we are. So this is where the game drops you off. Basically, once you've done everything, it basically it just says to be continued and shoots you out here. You can go around still collecting cards and whatnot, explore the world at your leisure. But more importantly, this is the QuickChange Questions section here. But I figure I would at least show off some of the game while answering questions and whatnot. So, first question is, how did I come by across this game? So, of course, I played the first game, and that was a game definitely from my childhood. Like, still have the cartridge and everything, rebought it on the 3DS, and it's always been a super fun way of playing the card game that I'm used to from my childhood. But it really wasn't until, I don't know, probably 4 or 5 years ago I heard that they had made a sequel for the game, but it was a Japanese release only. So I went looking around, and sure enough, eventually found a fan translation of the game. Tried it out myself and was like, okay, this is actually a pretty good sequel. But that's kind of just how I came to be, was just little steps here and there, so go figure. What is this computer, by the way? Oh, the challenge machine. This was also in the first one. The endgame contents. Wow, alright. The challenge machine there, basically it challenged you to 3 random trainers from the gym clubs, then a random gym leader, and then one of the grandmasters. And I assume this is the same song and dance here. Well, I really won't go... Actually, I will. Let's go into it. So you can see there, it does the 3 members, master and then grandmaster. If you say no, it breaks the streak kind of thing. The idea is to basically go through and see how long of a streak you've got. On the 3DS version of the game, which I have collected all the cards for, I have a record of 22 wins? It's definitely 20 wins. It's pretty crazy, and there were some and it was just using a fire deck, and there were some water people that I had to go face against, which I got very lucky. But let's go to the next question. How difficult is this game? So, it's a tricky question, because it's technically not super difficult to play this game, but it's just it just becomes a matter of understanding the game, what the cards do, what are some strategies you could work with, and all of that stuff. But, I don't know. It's easy to pick up, I think. The first one for sure is, I think, easier to play than this one, since the second one has some rules and whatnot. You gotta, the special rules for, you gotta just keep a track of for some of the duels. But for the most part, it's just, if you've played a card game, like, anything like this, especially if you've played any Pokemon trading card game in your life, oh gosh, we're confused. It's gonna be easy to pick up otherwise. So, not super difficult, and considering it's on the Game Boy Color, it's not like you're going to be, straining to find buttons. It's start, select, A and B, and then a D-pad. That's it. Not even an L and R back in the day. So, oh yeah, we're also confused, which is highly unfortunate. Let's see. What's he go? Okay, he's evolved it into a Hypno. Good news bears. Next question. Why is Fire your favorite deck to use? So, it's actually kind of a bit of a longer story, but the simple reason is I like kind of the simple play style that I found with the deck. Using the Magmars is kind of the basic wall Pokemon to start with. Power up the Charmanders to a Charmeleon. That's pretty much it. It's not... Okay, yeah. I'm just accelerating our knockout here. Oh, someone is super sad, by the way. I have no idea why. It doesn't even deserve to be sad. Oh, good, and we're knocked out. Let's just... Anyway, so, the idea of fire is, it's simple for me to play with. That's all it is. Just throw a Magmar, get a Charizard out as quickly as possible. That's the idea. Next question. Which one is better? The first one or the second one? Okay, that's actually a tricky question because they're actually two different games. Yes, one is the sequel over the other, I get that. However, the first one was all about basically forging your own path, going around in the world, looking at the gym leaders, the club masters, figuring out what you were going to do, and then basically building the correct deck to counter it. And yes, some of them had requirements before you could actually face the gym leader, but you really could tackle it in any order you want. This one here, the second one, is a little bit more... Hang on, I gotta figure out what I'm going to get rid of, and it's gonna be a computer search. There we go. Okay. This one is a little more story-driven, which isn't a bad thing. It just means it means you're a little more locked in as to what you're going to do. You can still build the deck you want, and ideally you're gonna always try to build a deck against not only for their special rules, but to counter them at the same time kind of thing. Ooh, that was an interesting move he did, actually. Can live with that, I suppose. So it's... I don't know, I always will personally love the first one, since I can pretty much get that anywhere these days. It's super nice, but the second one has plenty of good merits to it. You know, the extra cards, I think it's pretty much double the size of the number of cards from the first one, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I could do a slash and then I'm gonna just retreat. And then that. There we go. So I guess what I'm trying to say is there's a matter of preference involved. If you like sort of the second one, you're going to be... Oh, he is so sad. He's so sad. But if you like kind of having, not necessarily your handheld, but being led through a story, going from point to point, I think you'll like the second one better than the first Pokemon trading card game, but the first Pokemon trading card game does allow you to kind of experiment, go on the fly, and, just tackle it in any way you want. Next question, and I'll feed a cat while I'm at it. If this game was only released in Japan, why is there English text? So, the simple answer again is that there are people who do make patches for games. Basically, they'll go translate the game, kind of involves changing some of the coding or whatnot. Yeah, I'm gonna stick with that. And then just make it so that it's playable elsewhere. And so that's what's happened here. Somebody made a translation patch for it where it's actually pretty good, all things considering. But it makes it so that way it's playable and I don't have to learn Japanese in order to learn this game, so little things in life here. Alright, well, let's go ahead. We'll do an energy search. Why not? It's getting another one on top of that. But yeah, so that's why I can play this game, and shoutouts to that guy for translating this game to its epic form here. Oh gosh, I hate this move. Okay, well that's worse. 'Cause now I just have to basically let him get knocked out. But we'll move on to the next question here. Which one is your favorite gym? I guess there could be a favorite theme for the gym, and then there's like a favorite gym to fight in. Fighting purposes, my favorite gym would have to be the grass one, where obviously I'm using a fire deck, but all those members typically are, like, while they're not all grass heavy, they all tend to be pretty good about the whole like letting you win thing. Like, it doesn't take that much effort to get through most of the time. the other thing is that pretty much you'll be able to find whatever pack you want depending on which one you face, so it makes it easier if you're actually trying to collect cards, specifically from a deck. And that's what I was doing with when I had to go find the Pidgeys. Was I went to the Grass Club and found the girl that actually gave me the pack that I was trying to look Pidgeys for, which hopefully was also going to give me my beautiful, whatchamacallit. Yes, I can do this. I can do this, alright. Hopefully it was also going to let me find my Charizard, which I never found the Charizard, by the way, but we got what we needed to actually duel the colorless altar, but that's where I went with that. Okay, yep, I have a couple of trainer cards, so that's unfortunate. 30 damage. It's pretty epic, though. Alright, so here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna use a computer search, toss the energies, go find Charmeleon, and we can play it on this Charmander. We can play a Fire Energy on the same Charmeleon. We can use Nightly Garbage Run, go claim back energies and another. I could actually use another Nightly Garbage Run. Make him really force him to do something about this. Alright, so that takes care of that. We'll do another kick. I'll basically finish this duel to end the episode. I've gone through the questions that I could think of. But, like, I think to kind of think about closing this out, I really need to be careful here, because I could lose very easily at this point. But, just food for thought here on this one. Like, it's a really good game, and it's a really good translation of the original. It does take a bit of work. Like, it is longer, but it's actually quite good. So it's something worth checking out if you played the original game and you want just a little bit more. Oh. There's gonna be somebody who's gonna be like, oh, isn't there Pokemon trading card game online? And yes there is. It's for you can play it on the computer, you can play it on some mobile devices, granted that your phone is good enough for it. The thing is that it is based on more current card set than this card set. I'm used to this generation of the Pokemon trading card game. That's not to say nothing's wrong with the current gen. I love like watching the regional tournaments and the world tournaments of the Pokemon trading card game. It's just that I don't want to have to sit down and basically relearn how to make a deck that I'm looking for. Gosh, I don't want to use a super energy removal to remove 2 of those to do the thing, but just want one of my energy removals. Alright, I do have fire though, which is good news all around. We have a Rapidash, unfortunately too late. We can evolve that Charmeleon, start getting that up and running. Okay, so I'm awake. I'm hoping he plays a second energy down. Not on the Jinx. Not on the Jinx. Alright, wake up. Alright. I'll find... We found 2 bills, okay. Come on, where are my energy... Where are my energy removals? Holy crap, I have not used them. I haven't used any of them. And I'm down to just 1 prize, so they're somewhere. Okay. This is getting wildly out of hand here. Okay, let's do Ponyta, let's do Magmar. Let's start powering up everybody. Okay. This is kind of just a really weird stalemate we've got going on here. Nightly Garbage Run. Okay, so it puts on Jigglypuff. I don't know why? I don't know why he would do that. Alright. I know I have energy retrievals as well, so this just keeps making less and less sense every single second. Yeah, we'll do that. Okay, so we're awake again, and he's just gonna put me back to sleep. Finds energy, which he's looking for some reason. Come on, wake up. Yes! I'm actually doing pretty good on time. I'm gonna finish this out one way or the other. Okay, let's get rid of the energy surge, because we're just gonna retrieve everything at this point. Let's go ahead. We're gonna do a flamethrower. I could still do a slash if needs be, so... As long as he doesn't recover health, we'll be okay. Uses a switch instead, okay. Then uses a potion. Evolves the other Jigglypuff. Okay then. This is why we have the energy. He's being super tricky for no reason. And I don't even have Gust of Winds to work with. That's the worst part. Alright. So let's go ahead, finally use a super energy removal. We'll use the Injured Magmar. Take the energy off of that. Place that there. Do the flamethrower. So he'll have to retreat again. See what he does here. Instead goes for the energy. So this is a win since he's attacking. Good news bears. To be fair, his other Pokemon that he could have gotten out, like... Because let's see, he would have brought out that Wigglytuff, which could have been knocked out. That Ghastly, which did have Destiny Bond, but ideally not what you want to do, especially since I was just gonna tie. So that's kind of what's up there. But there you go, that's how the challenge machine works. And I don't think you get anything very useful out of that. But just sort of bragging rights at that point. But you can start... it'll just keep you going through. If you decline it, you're gonna see it ends your current streak, so you do have to keep going. It is a commitment there. There's no, you can't save in there, but it's very fun thing to do after you've beaten all the game. But thank you all for watching. I'm gonna start planning my next project to work on here. The other thing I've been thinking about actually is I've been thinking about doing some streaming actually, still here to YouTube. Do some streaming, not of a game that I'm currently playing. I still will do the video series of that, but I might play some other games. They'll be shorter streams, not like super long and all that, I think. But we'll test the water, see how that works. The idea is. I always have some downtime on Sundays, so I figure, why not just do that? There'll be more details in the future, and you'll be able to see the videos of me streaming still through my channel, in case you miss out on that. But I will let you know how that all works out. Thank you all for watching. Thank you for watching and seeing what this game is all about. I will see you all next time. Take care, everyone.